Hey, good morning, guys. Man, we got a healthy list of stocks to go through, don't we? All right, Leo. You can't jump through the window, buddy. You can't jump through that window. Man, so I'm glad we got all this election mess out of the way. And we're ready to make some things happen in this market. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about. Let's see. All right, so let's. Alright, so let's start going down the list here. Alright, so Z was interesting yesterday because it actually halted. Right after the close, they halted it ahead of it reporting earnings. And I guess they realized it was going to be so bad that they needed to halt it. But, you don't see that often unless there's something else attached to the earnings announcement. So where is... Okay, here it is. Okay, we got Z. And so you can see it had this huge gap down, and we've been, right below it all along. So it's got down to a 52-week low, which is what I like. The only issue with this stock and what I'd be concerned about is that it is it's had such a huge drop. So I'm not sure how much is going to be left in it. But it is worth watching. We can't predict how far something's going to drop or how far something's going to run up. We just have to trade what the stock is giving us. So it does have potential to keep going, but you have to be really careful with it. I can't anticipate that we're going to continue to go down. I have to wait, and it's got to show me some weakness. But with everything going on with it, this stock to me is in play because I like those ones that have got below their 52-week low. And then ZG is the same company, but I believe, let's see, is a Class A voting stock, and regular Z is a Class C stock. We talked about those. If you don't know about those, you want to go back and watch the beginner's course that we're going through. Because I think in the first class, I think we talk about the classes of stocks and what that means. So KRS. This one has always been a good trader for me, but this one has another huge gap down here. And this was a 52-week low. Right in through there. And again, we have gap down below that 52-week low. So I do like these. And they give you opportunities both ways. Sometimes when you get this gap down, it's gonna make a run up. It's not gonna continue to sell off. So you can actually trade a bounce on it. And it will run up all day. But we will see. We will see how that's going to work out. Okay, MDXG is too cheap. Let's see. And I could be a lot more selective on these stocks. Okay, HEAR, this one reported after the close yesterday. You can see we had a little sell-off here. Not really. I don't really see much there right now. Like I said, we can be selective, so I'm going to hold off on putting this one on my watch list at this point. Okay, YECO, INFN, those were two that ran yesterday, small caps. I don't trade those. CGC, that's the Canadian weed stock. I tend to stay away from those. XOG, oil and gas, mining and extraction. Don't mess with that. SQ. This one is this stock trades pretty volatile. So you always have to be ready to give it a lot more room than you would the average stock. So this had a pretty nice gap up on earnings. Right now we're kind of holding that gap. Let's see, where are we in the grand scheme of things here? Okay, so we're in this gap here. 77.69. That's only a couple cents higher than where it is now. So we're in this window right here. It's a pretty nice window. And let's see, 74.01. We got the 20 working itself somewhere. I gotta get it. 74.01. So if we start going short, we got a place. I know it looks congested on the daily chart, but the 5-minute chart spreads it out. You can see we got some pretty nice windows here. So we will go through SQ. All right, let's see, MBL. That's an oil and gas stock. So I typically do not trade those. And Roku popped up. And there's just so much. There's going to be so much here till it's not going to even be funny. ITG, it's a finance and insurance stock, but it's on earnings and it is making some noise here. So let's take a look at it. Huge gap up, but I don't see anything here. It's just a big gap up. It's got a small ATR, so we may not get, this may not be able to support any big moves. I mean, it did gap up, 52-week high. But at this point, I don't really see much in there. So I'm going to hold off on putting it on my watch right now. All right, next one, ETSY. See, this one's on earnings as well. See what this one has for us. This one's kind of the same deal here. We have got just a lot of I need to make a 1 4 is 50, which is right in all of this. All right, so what happened to my I'll tell you this thing here. Sometimes I wonder if they just have too much. Yeah, so we've got the 50 here. Everything is right here, this 45.88 mark. And then 45.10 is the 90. $45.10 is the 90. So it's kind of trading in that tight range between the 90 and the 50, the 90 day and the 50 day. So I'm going to hold off on putting that on watch. See what's the deal with PDCE. No, it's an oil and gas stock, so I don't trade those, but I'm curious because this one reported earnings a couple days ago. So I don't see anything. Maybe an analyst. Maybe that was something an analyst hooked up. Now this TLRY, this thing is wicked. This is a wicked stock. A lot of times the spread gets so crazy you can't even trade this. This was a recent IPO from back in July or something. I can't remember. Let's see, but this announces Intel. The next announces a definitive agreement with Tilray. Another one of those weed stocks. Another one of those weed stocks. Canadian weed stocks. So I was curious to see what was up with it. But TLRY and then CGC typically, I've seen them run together. And then TWLO, this was our big hit from yesterday. Our earnings hit yesterday after market. And you could see, I should have left that last 25 shares on. I shouldn't have taken it off. This thing ran up 6 more points or 5 more points. I mean, did not see that coming. You know, I was holding out for 80 and it just would not push 80. But then, you know, once after 6 o'clock, you know, we've got to close out by 6 in SureTrader. And after that, it just kept going. That's when it started creeping up. I mean, I had to hold through all of this mess, all of that time. And then as soon as, you know, the small guys are gone, this thing runs up. And then this morning, you could see it went up another several points. like 3 points. But definitely gonna have this on watch. This one does have a lot of potential if the volatility kicks in. So we'll definitely have this one on watch. Let's see, we've got a pivot here. I did not think we were going to get this far. Had no idea we were going to get this far. Yeah, so we do have nice windows of opportunity. Depending on which way this thing goes. So we do have enough room. So I think we do have some pretty good stocks here on watch. Let's see, I saw Roku pop up earlier, but then it fell off. I want to take a look at it. I was curious. What was my entry price on what? Not sure. I don't know. You can go back and look at the video from yesterday. I'd have to pull it up. I don't remember what the entry price was right offhand. Yeah, if somebody else remembers it. But I don't remember it offhand. I'd have to look it up. So we've got ZKR, SQ, and TWLO. I'm leaving the L off of this thing. So we got 4 out of that healthy list. We got 4. I can't some can work their way back on. But we'll have to kind of wait and see. No, well, once I set it, these are the ones I'm going to be watching out of the open. Stocks like ETSY, that they may start moving, or may show us a big move, a good chance for a secondary trade. Then yeah, I may jump on it. But right now I'm going to be pretty much set in my ways here. All right. So the deal with this ROKU is we were moving back and forth between having a dollar gap from yesterday's close price to where we are now. But this is this does have good potential. I need to change this to 57.91. It's probably going to take it out of the picture here. Yep, that took it out of the picture. 63.55. So this one is 63.55 now. So this one we're operating in a pretty nice window here. We don't really show much support or resistance between these two moving averages. So that, this one we were putting on watch. All right. So I can take a look at this. Let me look it back up. All right, so let me make it bigger. That was the entry right there. Just you can watch the video. I explained it, yesterday. And I explained it again in the video what we were looking for. But the entry was right there at 70.92. And you can see it just never did. It never could make 80. And, I had to get out of it before 6 o'clock. So, but you can see where that thing ran up to now. It's just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And I kind of had the thought to leave this on, to leave the 25 shares on I had left. I wish I had done that. But, everybody can trade good using hindsight. So I feel pretty good about the I feel pretty good about the stocks we have on our watch list. It's at between 42 and 4,300 is where it's at now. I don't remember the exact amount, but it's but yesterday helped. We too often we complain about making small wins and stuff. All of that adds up. When you get greedy and wanting to do more, and you're not ready, it's detrimental. Unfortunately, it takes people losing everything. 100 shares all I could get was 100 because they go to 2 to 1. You got to go to 2 to 1. So it would have been nice if I could have got 200 shares. That would have been really nice. But I mean, I've traded earnings in this small account with only 50 shares and made like $300. It's it doesn't take a whole lot of shares to make decent money when you're trading mid cap stocks. Small cap stocks, they don't, a lot of them don't move that much. You got to put in a lot of size to catch, 15, 20 cent, 30 cent moves to make the money. But it's just too risky. I don't like that much exposure. Especially in a small account, where you've got, you've got to really watch your and manage your risk. Yeah, KORS looks like it wants to roll over a little bit early. It's putting in new lows. But this is where we get baited in. Oh, I forgot to hit the send button. Yeah, I had it typed out. I forgot to hit the send button. Yeah, see, I'll trade pre-market, but I need to start at 8 o'clock. I'm not going to start trading at 9. I don't like to trade into the open, but that's where these stocks are starting to move. So now this is the time I like to just sit back and watch the stocks that I have on watch. Watch the price action. Watch what they're going to do going into the open. And a lot of times that can give me a good idea of what this stock's going to do. So I got my man Leo hanging out with us he's staying with me for the rest of the week. My daughter came home to vote, so she brought him, just let him stay because she's coming back this weekend. So maybe he can teach me some more. He's the day trading cat. He'll jump on my desk and start pointing at stuff in a heartbeat. So that's what I need him to do. Nope, mine is still kicking. Mine is still kicking. Now, I expect, a couple of these, as soon as the market open, they'll be on SSR. So all of these all of these guys, I've got shorts on every last one of them. None of them is margin restricted. That's another reason why I like trading these mid-cap stocks. Very seldom. You typically always will have shorts available, and no margin restriction. On the really volatile names, you will get some margin restriction, but for the most part, you're not going to have it. I mean, a huge list today. Huge list. So these are the days that it gets a little bit difficult. It gets a little bit difficult to pick the stocks that you're going to trade and then sticking to it, because you may have a few that you're watching and they may not start moving. Then you're going to run and try to find the ones that are moving, and you end up chasing them, and that typically doesn't end up well. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Let's see. So wait a couple more minutes and then we'll start getting ready for the open. We'll start marking up our charts and getting ready for the open here. So we'll be ready to rock and roll. So I'm pretty optimistic that we'll have a trade at the open today. Still not gonna force it. Just because you don't get trades at the open doesn't mean you're not gonna have any. It wasn't until after lunchtime that I was able to get trades yesterday. Because next year, it's going to be, it is going to be incredible. And I am looking to start off I'm going to be looking to start off that first quarter on fire. And really show you guys, it's what I've been wanting to do from day one. But I've just been going back, starting over, trying to help all of the new guys coming in But in reality, even though we trade with bigger size, that doesn't mean, if I have a $5,000 account and you have a $1,000 account, that does not mean you can't trade this. Some of the stocks that I trade, no, you won't be able to. But there will be stocks, and you just employ the same strategy, the same strategies that we teach on those stocks, and you'll grow. You see how hard it was. You see how, you guys that's been here through the whole summer, you saw how tough it was. But that's the reality. That is the reality. It's not the BS that you see a lot of other people do. It's so easy to buy the lie and just feel good about being a part of it. But if you're not progressing, if you're not growing, if you're not putting money in your bank account and you're consistently shelling it out, something's not right. And you don't want to wait until you're dead broke and then realize that it was all a lie. So you gotta see reality. No, this is a live and in-person everyday reality show. It's been several months since I had a meltdown, so I feel pretty good about that. I used to have a meltdown once every 2 weeks or maybe twice a month. But I want you guys to see reality. See just how much you will lose. How many times you will lose versus how many times you're going to win. But if you manage it right, you're going to come out on top. People hate losing. We hate losing. We're brought up not to accept losing. And we shouldn't. We shouldn't accept losing. But we should know how to deal with it when we do lose. How do we turn that into a positive and keep on going? Yeah, Mitch. When I have a meltdown, my pets run and hide. If Leo is here, he'll just go get in his bed. The dogs will just take off. If they're on the patio and they hear me, they go run into my garage. For a 1K account, you saw what I did was when I was trading with $1,000, I focused on stocks between, say, $15 and $40. You could go up to 15 and 50. 50, I just started with 40 because 50 might have put me a little bit too close to being too close to 6-to-1. That's one of the things with SureTrader or any broker is you don't want to max out your buying power because that will prevent you from, putting out a profit stop. It could prevent you from, actually, when you go negative, your order, if you have a stop order in, it may not even fire, because it may be looking at you having negative buying power. And I've seen the platforms get confused that way. So we'll see. But the 1K account, there's no way in the world I would recommend anybody trading stocks less than $10 in a small account, because they don't move much. You have to size up, and what that does is you have to that's too much exposure. So if the trade goes wrong, you're going to lose a lot more money than you would if you were trading small size in a mid cap stock that doesn't move as volatile. But that's what's tough about this. It's, you having to grow your account. It takes time, and nobody wants to take time. Everybody wants it now. But if you honestly and truly want to do this for a living and work yourself out of a job, it's going to take time. And you got to be patient. And the thing is, it's not popular. That thought process, for somebody who wants to get into day trading, they're looking to make quick money. And it's not popular. I don't know why I keep losing. I keep losing my clock. Let me log in again. I don't want this to. Let me see if I can get it back right. The rule is, wait for the setup. If you jump in and the setup doesn't complete, then you can wait to see if it's going to set up for you. You got to be a little, be more patient. All right, let's try this again. I don't know why. Sometimes it's just smooth and sometimes it's not. Oh, there we go. Now we in business, man. Now we be in business. What you're gonna do position size wise is I try to stay within 4 or 5 to 1. So, you know, like a $40 or $50 stock, you can only take 100 shares at first. But like with a $20 stock, you can take 200 shares. You know, or $15 stock, you may can take 300 shares. You know, but anywhere, and then even a larger dollar stock, you may can take 50 shares. If you've got a higher dollar stock that has a potential to move 5 to 8 points, taking 50 shares makes a lot of sense. Because you get 5 points on 50 shares, that's $250. So, you know, that's the way I look at it. So I traded anywhere from 50 to 300 shares. And even now, when I count is where it is now, I'm still trading, you know, 50 to 300 shares. And we're still making money. It's no, you're not making the glamorous thousands of dollars per trade. But that's just what it is. It's window dressing. You got to earn your way to that. You got to grow your way to that. You got to be comfortable with the risk in order for you to make money doing that. So to me, you know, that's what it's all about. And are we having connection problems today or something? Because my charts are really stupid right now. Oh, man. I need TWLO. I don't know why that chart's not working. Here we go. Oh, something is not right. Okay, KORS. I don't want this thing to take off. I don't want any of these things to just take off at the open and just sell off. I'm gonna have to reconfigure some stuff here. For some reason, today, everything is kind of slow. Everything is slow reacting. Alright, so we'll sit back and wait and we'll see. I'm just watching the stocks I have on my watch list, looking to see which one's going to give me the best setup. Oftentimes that doesn't translate into a win. But I got to keep doing it. Look at Z is selling off. And this is the frustrating part about the open. You know, you just get stocks that just sell. They just make a move. They either run up or they sell off. They put in this huge candle. And then you don't have any trading range. You don't have anything to trade at the open. Now, sometimes I do change and trade off a 2-minute versus a 5-minute if the market just puts in that pattern and it just stays there. But I don't like trading off a 2-minute. I like things to be slow and steady. I'm guessing that's the Southern I have in me. You know, we don't like things that move too fast down here in the South. Which is good and bad, but see what I'm saying? The 2-minute, you know, working off a 2-minute chart. There was the break right there. Working off the 2-minute chart.
Course.
But I just don't like trading that. Don't like trading that fast. Z is making the same move. And we got Z. What the hell is up with these charts? I don't know what's up with these charts. And this thing is sold out big time already, but we'll wait and see. If we get a bounce and then a rejection up here, I'm going to be all over it. And TWLO is on fire. I hate, look at this. What a freaking miss.
ETSE.
What a freaking miss on this. Well, I did not see that explosive move coming. I don't know what's going on with my charts today.
TWLO. ETSC.
Oh man, what a miss. Epic fail. So that one I don't think we're going to get much out of.
Z.
Oh, this was just an epic failure right here. I was not in a position to take advantage of that. Alright, so no use crying over spilt milk. Gonna wait and see if KRS is gonna give us anything. I doubt it. Doesn't look like it.
ETSC.
Z is kind of stalled out a little bit.
TWLO.
I can't chase TWLO up there. You know, I'd have to wait. See, 87.50 is the next level that it can run into. But I can't chase it up there. If it gives us a pullback, then I'd be able to get in it. Alright, so I'm ready. Kind of ready to give this a go here. I'm going to try to get in. Try to get in.
TWLO.
Let me see. Yeah, I got in. Let's see if we're going to get a sell-off. It feels pretty heavy.
SQ.
So hopefully we can get a sell-off on this. I think 47 would probably be my first target on this. If we can get there. But it's acting really stupid right now.
ZG. Roku.
It's acting really stupid.
ETSC. Z.
And thank you very much. Everything else is working but the stock that I'm trading. It's just exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted.
ZG. Roku. DXC.
This KRS, it's on short sale restriction, so it is playing games. All I needed was another
Z.
another little move down.
Ma.
Alright, it's taking me out.
ETSC.
Oh, it's just frustrating. Had solid moves on TWLO, but wasn't in a position to catch it. I should have known it was a little bit too easy to get in. And then I get 13-cent slippage.
ABBV.
Yeah, Z was good. The same sickness. Every other damn stock on my watch list is working, but I picked the wrong damn one. I should have known it was so easy to get into. I should have known this was screwed up. That's the frustrating part. But the day is still young. I wish it hadn't have let me in.
ABBV.
I wish it hadn't have let me in. This thing should have got to 26. It should have got to 46. At least.
DVA.
Yeah, that's the smart thing to do. Whatever stock I pick, you pick the other ones, because those are the ones that's going to work. You got to learn how to use the watch list to your advantage. That's how, yeah, the inverse edge strategy. That's exactly what you got to do. Looks like may have to wait to the... So I had two huge misses. Z and KORS. I mean Z and TWLO. That one candle, I'd have got the whole, like all of the profit on that one candle.
DVA.
Yeah, if Z had made it back to VWAP and tapped the 9, I would have looked at jumping on it. I needed it to get closer to like 84.75-ish or so. I mean, KORS just looks really heavy. I'm waiting for a sign that I could get back in. But there is no sign just yet.
DVA.
Man. And I could have been a hero. We could have been a hero. But I ended up being a 0.
ETSC.
It looks like SQ is picking up some momentum here, but I'm not interested in it.
DVA.
No smooth price action here. All right, we're going to try to get in this again. Oh, it's not accepting, not accepting, not accepting. I hate this SSR now.
ETSC.
Hey, you're only as good as your last trade. And my last trade sucked. So right now I suck. What I did last night is a distant memory. It was a distant memory.
DVA. DDA.
I think it's just trying to bait some people in. Yeah, well, keep looking at it as I'm only as good as my last trade keeps me focused. No, it keeps me, with the edge that I need to stay on top of this. I know when I look at the big picture, I'm doing great. But I got to keep that focus every day. I got to keep that hunger every day. So what I do daily, makes a lot of sense. Has a lot of merit. Again, it doesn't want to let me in. I don't know why. God dog it, man. You're not letting me in. It's rejecting. It's rejecting. I guess it's a good thing. Maybe I need to wait. Still a little bit too volatile. The thing I don't like about Z
WXT.
is that it lost some volume. Done with you. Damn, I did. Ugh. I'm like just missing it every time.
ETSC.
Alright. Alright, ROKU's just got, okay, under the 200 here, you got red to green. This is about 40 cents away.
BWXT, ETSC.
Excuse me.
DVA.
Man, this is really burning my behind. I can't get any candles I can trade on.
ETSC.
I need some candles I can trade on. Yeah, after that, it's the carbon copy of what it's been the last couple of weeks. We get that initial volatility at the open, and then after that, forget about it.
ETSC.
Here's a flag break,
ETSC.
but I'm just not convinced. Of how much more we got in this. The prediction is that it will hit 90. I don't see it.
DVA.
That was a great flag break.
Send.
Beautiful flag break.
TWLO.
They're struggling to push, struggling to hold,
DVA.
but it did, it did do a nice point. No, I'm not letting you fool me anymore. No mas. So I want to jump on this. I'm watching the
MYGN.
this candle close. I'm watching the 2 minute.
ETSC.
I hope we don't get this huge sell-off candle.
LEN. TWLO.
This one has some good potential if it can get down. What I'm concerned about now is the lack of volatility and volume in this. So watching we've got some support that's been holding here at 56, right around where the 200 is. So that one I think is kind of out of. See Z.
Len. TWLO.
So here we've got the low.
MYGN.
I'm just, these stocks that's on SSR are just ridiculous right now. Yeah, KORS is just playing games. You know, it's trying to bait people in under it's trying to bait people in under the VWAP. Same thing as Z. It's trying to bait people in under this. It's doing a good job baiting me in, that's for sure. Let's see if I can get in this. You still smacking, Leo? Alright, let's see if we can get in this.
TWLO.
No, it didn't trigger. It did not trigger. This is the SSR game. It did not trigger.
Len.
I was really optimistic about having a full morning today. But again, you know, after like 9:45 or so, everything just quit. I mean, TWLO is making a nice,
TWLO. Sent.
is making a nice push up. But nothing else. Everything else is kind of stagnant. But Z and KORS is trading just like a stock on SSR. It's exactly what we would expect on it.
ETSC.
Leo.
TWLO. Send.
Those are from
TTSC.
the trade idea scanner. It's notifying us when the stock is hitting the scan. I'm gonna learn my lesson about trading these stupid stocks on SSR. You would think I would have learned it by now.
CRZO.
But hard head makes for a soft wallet. Shoot. Can't believe I missed this thing. That's why I should have been locked in on TWLO. I should have been locked in on it, period. No questions asked. Just locked in. But hindsight's 2020.
Send. TWLO. CRZO.
Oh well.
Send.
All right, Leo. I hope you're not tearing up the rug.
TWLO.
You're gonna be in trouble.
Dish.
You're gonna be in trouble when Mama gets home. just kind of hung up. But again, it's on SSR, so it's gonna trade crazy like that. Yep. Well, their predictions were right. They predicted this thing to hit 90 today. TWLO to hit 90, and damn if it didn't hit 90. Oh man, I'm gonna have to drown my sorrows at lunch. I'm gonna have to drown my sorrows at lunch. That's creeping up.
CNDT.
I would love to see a solid pullback here. But yeah, this was what, the 52-week high. Up here. See, Zillow, I don't know if I want to trust it. That's the thing with Z. I don't know if I want to trust this thing. Don't know if I want to trust it.
FOSL.
Can't believe we can't get a pullback on TWLO.
M.
If it pulls back, but it's not pulling back, so you can't go long unless it pulls back.
FOSL. Send. M.
All right. Oh, jeez. Really?
TWLO. FOSL.
I need to kill that button. I built a button on a hotkey button on my mouse, and I moved it against. I needed this. The last time I used it, I got like a 50-cent slippage on it. And I didn't mean to get in it this time. I bumped against the keyboard, and it put me in Z. I don't want to trade this garbage. I gotta deactivate this button because it's gonna cause. It was supposed to be something I was working on that would put my order on the bid. On the ask. So I would click it and it would put it on the ask to try to get filled. Shit, I cannot. I need to turn the mic off for a minute. Okay, I feel better now. So this was my bright idea. My bright idea to help me get in these stocks that are on SSR. I've got like a gaming keyboard and mouse, and on the inside of it, I've got a mouse button, and at the top of I probably should put it at the top of the keyboard. I got like 6 buttons on top of the keyboard, but I put it on the side of the mouse. And the one time I used it previously, I got like a 50-cent slippage trying to get in.
TWLO. Send.
So I should have deactivated it right then and there, but I didn't. So of course, it messes me up. I just can't. Yeah, I don't want 2-key activation. I just wanted a button. So I really need to put them at the top of my keyboard. Those extra buttons at the top. I need to just program it there. I just want to be able to hit it. My hands or nothing else can reach up there. I just want to be able to tap the button and let it go.
CNDT.
I wish I had gone long on it. I would have made some money.
CNDT. CNDT.
No, this is a short button. This is specifically for stocks that I wanted to use for stocks on SSR.
TWLO.
So I don't have to try to type in the price, the ask price. So I'm probably going to end up going to lunch early. Oh no, Leo can't touch the keyboard. The keyboard's on a, the keyboard tray that pulls out. So I'm going to have to work my ass off this afternoon to make this money back. I don't know why the morning is just, I have just not had the pulse of the mornings yet. I just haven't been able to get the pulse of the mornings yet. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, he wasn't on the keyboard. He was on the desk. But I got the keyboard. Well, even if he stepped on the keyboard, he couldn't hit these buttons. Man, look at TWLO. The more I look at all of this stuff today, the sicker I get. the sicker it makes me, I swear.
Send. TWLO.
It's at 92.
TWLO. Send.
Yeah, ETSY, it is bouncing off the 9. You know, and it does have room up through 51. So yeah, you know, if it maintains volume, it can definitely push. Whoever's messing with this whoever's messing with this Z does not want it to crack 30. I mean 31. It's being defended really strong. I hate being in this position. I really do. I hate being in this position.
Send. ENLC.
So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, you know, you just got to know TWLO is going to pull back at some point. It will pull back at some point. But exactly where and when is, that's going to be the question. And I would think it's going to fall hard. That would be my thought, that it would fall hard. Looks like it might, you know, that's one of those candles we look for up at the top. That signaling potential change in momentum. You know, this is one of the weakest green candles you could find. So the only way this candle is gonna have to confirm that we are trying to look back, trying to pull back in some.
ENLC. No. FOSL.
I gotta put a line in the sand on this. I don't want to, but I got to. Because if I don't, I may end up hurting myself even more. I don't like putting hard stops out there. Too easy for them to get hit. Man, it could be, yeah, I mean, yeah, it could be a fake, but you just have to wait for the next candle. But if you look at the 2-minute, it is starting to roll over. You know, the 2 minutes confirming that we're pulling back.
FOSL.
We shall see. Well, whatever. This morning is done. It's just done. Put a fork in it. It is done. But I made my bed, so I gotta lie in it. Now I gotta start this grinding up. It's typical with these damn SSR stocks. But I gotta protect myself. Man, even the reversal, even this reversal on TWLO is not going through. It's not doing anything. Yeah, shorts have not. We short sellers just haven't done very well. But hey, whatever. Just
No.
we'll get it back. We'll definitely get it back. I'm not worried about that at all. You know, if you manage your risk, control your losses, you know, your winners will bring you back. Will definitely bring you back. I mean, and that's where the you know, the false mentality is, you know, it's like consistency means that you win all the time or you win most of the time. And that's not true. Consistency comes in when you're profitable. You're consistently profitable. You know, that's what we're looking for.
No.
I don't know. I mean, I'll be waiting and watching just like I did yesterday. Just in the same spot yesterday. Just waiting to see if we get some news to come in and we can take a trade on it. We'll be looking for breaking news. Coming out of lunch. So that's what we're going to be doing. See if I can turn this thing around. So you guys can stay tuned. I will. Let's see. Where is... You know, you guys can stay tuned. I will, if the afternoon looks good and looks like we're going to have some opportunities, I will definitely log back in. I'll stream the rest of this afternoon. So just keep an eye out for that. You know, right now I just don't see anything and don't really see any opportunities at this point. So I'll look to do that and see if we can, climb out of this hole that we got this morning. But, like I said, the struggle is real. The fight is real. And it's what we deal with every day. It's what we have to deal with every day. We just have to keep focused. Can't let the fact that we lost or missed out on this huge trade get in our head and cause us to, really dig a hole for ourselves and to make really bad decisions. So, not going to worry about that. Just focus on coming back this afternoon and trying to make it happen.
No.
So, not. I just seen ETSY just been going sideways. So, it may break and do something later on. We'll see. It may show some potential a little bit later. But I'm going to go grab some lunch, wash off this morning. And like I said, when I come back after lunch, if it really looks inviting, then I'll start streaming and we can finish out the day. So you guys have a great rest of the day, a great lunch, and hopefully I'll catch you guys here in a little bit.